Yeah, one of our sisters is going to talk about what's going on actually in Miami with Cubans and how they get a lot more advantages there than even black Americans. Let's go ahead and roll that.
So yeah, I'm gonna uncover some stuff that a lot of people don't know, even in Miami. Yeah, if you're wondering how Cubans could come over, and I'm saying Cubans, once again, let me say this to the Cuban community. I'm mad at y'all. Y'all doing it, y'all surviving, make it happen. But let's tell the truth about what's going on. If y'all wondering why they could show up last week and have a house this week, let me explain it to you. Number one, when they come, they're not getting sent back. They're being released to their family. Guess what you don't know? When they're being released to their family, they get food stamp and they get a check. I don't know if they call it Social Security, but they get a check while they're being released. Some of them is even given housing while they're being released. Now, let me put this in there. For those that have been following me, my husband just had a surgery that cut half of his foot off. Do you know I'm still fighting for disability? A man that worked and actually put taxes into the system is still fighting for disability. But yeah, when they come, they get a check while they're being processed and they get food stamp. Now, guess what else they get once they get approved? A clean slate. What do you mean by that? Their Social Security. There's nothing on their background. Whatever happened in that other country, it don't matter. Their credit is clean. Their background is clean. So now guess what? They're good. They're getting a check. So guess what? Now they could buy a house. They live together and they just circle and they keep buying another house. And I ain't saying they're wrong for that. I'm just telling you, the system is definitely off-sided in Miami. Now tell me where else, and if it may be in another state, city, that if somebody else come over, they automatically get food stamp, get check, and get housing. Now, yeah, when you become a citizen, I don't care what country you're from, you do get a new credit, Social Security, and your slate is clean. But stop acting like it's fair in Miami. Oh, it's equal level. No, it's not. And let me tell another quick story, because I do have to go to work. And listen, I do have to go to work. Years ago, once again, I've been here mainly all my life. My daughter, kids, elementary school, 46th Street, Northwest 27th Avenue. So if you're from Miami, you know where I'm talking about, and you might know the school. I believe it's 46. It's not really 46, give or take. Make a long story short. This is the day that people graduate. The kids are graduation. And you know, back in the days, I don't know if they still do it, you get awards for English, Spanish, math, whatever. Why, when they gave out the Spanish awards, they called all the Spanish students? Parents like me was looking at each other like, wait a minute, they in a Spanish household. They don't have to learn to speak Spanish. They did not call one African-American student to get the award. Guess what happened when the English came around? All the Spanish students get that too. What? So don't tell me it's not unequal and it's not unfair. All I'm doing is giving a heads up in Miami. You want to come to Miami, South Beach is beautiful. You got money, it is beautiful. But let's be real about what's going on in Miami. Period.
You know, one thing that we have to do as people, even as voters, we have to start taking responsibility on our voting. Yes, voting has its place. Sometimes walking away from the table has its place as well. But let's call it what it is. The black community in particular have voted for the Democrat Party for a long time and didn't get nothing out of it. That's the thing. Everybody else get benefit off of the black vote, but black people. So if black people complain about immigrants, immigration, the free stuff they're getting off of your tax dollars, all of those sort of things, and she's talking about the Cubans getting all this free stuff, and her husband can't even get disability. Well, one thing you're going to have to do is start supporting presidential candidates that are not pro-immigration, because all the people that you vote for in the Democrat Party are pro-immigration. They want everybody here, and that's what they believe in. If you want to cut off all those set-asides, you got to vote for candidates that maybe you don't want to vote for, but they go along how you feel about the citizens in this country, and the citizens need to be taken care of first. As long as you vote pro-Democrat, like black people like to do, as shout out to Brother Dennis Demir, when he said that voting Democrat is part of the culture now. It is the culture to vote Democrat. Anybody that vote outside of Democrat, they looked at as crazy. What's wrong with them? You know, they act like, you know, you have just denounced the existence of God. You can walk around here and say you're an atheist in the black community and you're okay. But if you say that you don't vote the Democrat Party, oh my God, that is one of the biggest sins to black people. A party that has shown no loyalty to us, a party that has done nothing for us. Nothing. Nothing.
If y'all wondering why they could show up last week and have a house this week, let me explain it to you. Number one, when they come, they're not getting sent back. They're being released to their family. Guess what you don't know? When they're being released to their family, they get food stamp and they get a check. I don't know if they call it Social Security, but they get a check while they're being released. Some of them is even given housing while they're being released. Now, let me put this in.
If you want that to change, sister, then you're going to have to vote for people that's going to make those changes. You got to vote for senators who are not for this unchecked immigration. You got to vote for people in the House. You got to vote for people like that locally. You got the presidential election going to be coming up here shortly. You got to vote for candidates that is going to meet those criteria. It's not about liking the person, the politician. It's about them doing what you need to get done. Because I call it like this. I don't know them. They don't live in my house. But if it's something that I need from them to benefit my community, I'll vote for somebody. I ain't got to like you. Let's call it what it is. Joe Biden, I think he's supposed to be running again for president. He's pro-immigration. He's pro-immigration. And we know whoever is the person on the other side, they're not going to be for it. Now, will you be the person to say, well, I'm going to vote for the other side because they're not going to give all this free stuff to people that's not citizens when an American citizen who's been working and putting into the system can't get his own disability that's due to him. But these people that just crossed the pond can just get all this free stuff off of your tax dollars and my tax dollars. So I say the responsibility lies on us when we go out there and look for people who's going to represent us. Complaining to immigrants or making videos about immigrants is a waste of time because you're not addressing who's opening the lane for them to do it. Because it's like this. If I was in a position and I could come to a country where I can get free stuff, I would do it. Why not? There's no other country in the world giving free stuff like America is. So, yeah, I would come. Why not? Could you blame them? I don't. But if you want to put a stop to it as a citizen, you got to vote for people who are not for giving away all this free stuff to people who aren't even citizens. And until we're ready to vote for people to do that, then I really don't, we can't really complain about it too much, to be honest with you. We really can't. And y'all know good and well what I'm telling you. You're going to have to vote the other side. And every time I say that, oh, is he getting paid by the Republicans? No, I'm just talking common sense. If immigration is that big of an issue for you, you're going to have to vote for the other side. It's just that simple. And you vote for the other side, you say, listen, I'm voting for you because of this policy you have, because I'm tired of my tax dollars going to people who aren't citizens. And my family can't even get what they work for. It's just that simple. So let's see when it's time to go vote. Those of you who's complaining about immigration, let's see if you're going to go vote for candidates that's going to be against it. You can't go vote Democrat, then go and complain. You can't do that. But let me know what y'all think about, what this sister is saying. Some of you who live in Miami, you probably could piggyback off of what she is saying. But as long as they're giving free stuff, they're coming.